Right, everyone, welcome back. And very luckily joined today by the number 8 middleweight contender, Roman Dolidze, who returns to action at UFC 286 in London against Marvin Vettori. Roman, thank you so much for giving us some time, man. We really appreciate your time. How are things with you today?
Yeah, everything is perfect. Now I'm in Thailand preparing for fight. You ride for London. And let's talk.
Awesome. Well, Roman, look, man, obviously camp is now well underway for UFC 286. How has your preparations been thus far, training for a guy like Marvin Vettori? How has your camp been so far?
Everything is okay. I always try to be better version for each fight. And it's not like I decide to train here for some reason. I just always was thinking that it will be interesting to train in Thailand. And it just happened like that for this fight, I was here. I said, okay, I'll prepare here.
Yeah.
For sure. So, Roman, I wanted to ask you, over the last few years, we've really seen a rise in Georgian MMA fighters. And I was just wondering, as a fellow Georgian yourself, how proud of your fellow countrymen are you to, really see now that Georgia is getting more and more as sort of this hotbed for rising MMA talent?
Yeah, you're right. No, it's like a very good years for us for Georgian MMA, and I think there are more talents who we don't know yet, and they need just a little bit more time because we have very big culture in wrestling, and not everybody make wrestling, and I think these guys soon will move to MMA, and their wrestling skills will help them in, in fighting. And also, you need to understand that in Georgia, MMA is not so big yet, but because of us, because they see us, what our success, and there are more and more in it. And when we are going back home, few people, everybody knows us. Georgia is a very small country, 3 million population only.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Roman, look, man, let's talk about the fight itself. Obviously, fighting Marvin Vettori, like we said, at UFC 286 in London. Now, my question for you, man, is it's a big fight for you. Marvin's ranked number 4. It's a big, should you get the win, that'll definitely be a big win for you. With a win against Marvin, would you be campaigning for a title shot next, or would you like another fight or two before getting a title shot? Should you get that victory?
I think everything is possible. I think why not? They fought each other. Everybody fought each other there. We don't know what will happen in title fight between Easy and Champion, and also that can change everything. That's why you never know what will be tomorrow, because probably 6-7 months ago, no one thought that I will be in top 10 in the world, and look where I am now. And no one thought probably that I will have 3 bonuses in a row. That's why we can plan something, but God have His own plans.
Yeah,
for sure. So, Roman, I wanted to ask you, with sort of, jiu-jitsu really starting to see more and more growth, especially lately with, the UFC doing more grappling events than ever, would you have any interest in sort of returning to some high-profile competitive jiu-jitsu matches?
I think that my jiu-jitsu is worse when it was before MMA. Because of MMA, I really started more focusing on striking, and I felt how my jiu-jitsu is suffering because of that. I'm losing something, let's say like that, because it's not same sport, it's completely different. But for last fights, I started doing more jiu-jitsu, and it helped me more to feel stronger. It's not only in my jiu-jitsu level, it's only also about how I feel myself, how I feel, how my body feels. That's why now I'm doing more jiu-jitsu than ever, like when I was preparing for fights. And they already offered me before New Year to compete, but I know in 5 months I thought 3 times, and I said probably I'll just go home. I need to see my parents, and it was good that I decided like that because I spent only 5 days at home and after flight to Thailand.
Yeah, 100%. Roman, look, man, there's a big middleweight title fight coming up in just over a month and a half time. Obviously, your division, the middleweight title, with Israel Adesanya getting the rematch against Alex Pereira. How do you see that fight playing out? As a guy who is a contender in that top 10, and do you have a preference on who you'd eventually like to face if it were for the title?
I don't understand the question. I'm sorry. It's a little bit loud.
That's okay. So if obviously with Alex and Izzy having a rematch, how do you see that fight playing out? And do you have a preference on who you'd like to face for the title if that eventuates?
Both are very good, strong fighters, but if Izzy wrestled with him, let's say like that, so easy, I don't think that they're both level of jiu-jitsu is high. But still, they are good athletes. They are strong fighters, and they are for a reason there. I'm not saying that they have some weakness or something, but we all have some parts where we have more, where we have less. That's why both are, for me, quite similar. Like to fight, preparation and what I think I need to do with my opponent. But for fight, who will win? It's like 50-50 for me, because last time we saw Izzy was winning and he lost his fight. But also same, I think it will be also 50-50. If Izzy will use more his jiu-jitsu, maybe that will help him. But I don't know. I don't have an answer. I will say 50-50.
Yeah.
For sure. So look, Roman, man, last couple of questions from us, because it looks like a lovely day in Thailand over there. We don't want to keep you too long. But there was obviously recently quite a high-profile fight between Alex Volkanovski and Islam Makachev, and the fan base seems very split on who they scored it for. So I was just wondering, if you did watch the fight, who did you have the fight scored for at the end of the fight?
That's a good question. Let's start from that I didn't watch the fight. Yes. Second of all, I think everybody was asking me this because I have friends who was saying that Volkanovski won and stuff like that. But I think that there is who you want to win. That people was wanting one guy to win. That's why they are thinking that if there is a situation that there is no clearly, you don't know who won, it's hard always to make decisions. I'm meaning from the regular people side, because they want one guy to win and they are like trying to show why and argue why this guy win. That's why I think that I always try judges. They have their own vision, and but I was there also when Paddy fight was there. Paddy, that guy was fighting. That's why I don't know now if I was judging more. But before, I was always saying that judges know their job, what they are doing. We're in the best organization in the world. That's why I always trust them. But the Paddy fight was crazy because I was there in T-Mobile Arena. And now I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with you. Look, man, Roman, last question from us. Obviously, you're training in Thailand, away from Extreme Couture, away from guys like Eric and that. How has your training camp in Thailand been? Being in Thailand and getting to experience the culture and everything in Thailand, how's that been so far?
It's good. It's different. It's a lot of guys here. It's you can say that it's a team, but it's a lot of different fighters from around the world. Different teams training, preparing here. If we are talking about preparation, like sparring partners, it's very good because you have a lot of different fighters here. But if we are talking about like team-wise, you want to feel like part of the team, it's a little bit hard to make. But I found good people around me, good coaches who are working with me, and we are doing really good job. And we have like some specific work with them. That's why I'm glad that I'm here. I'm definitely earning and I'm learning something new. And as always, I say I will try to be in the best shape. I will try to be the best Roman for this fight.
100%. Roman, you're a true professional, man. We thank you so much for giving us some time today. We really, really appreciate it, man. We wish you the best of luck. March 18th, UFC 286. And we hope you get that win, man, and hope you get the title shot. And we look forward to seeing it.
I always say only time will show everything.
100%. Thank you very much, Roman.
Thank you guys for everything and best wishes.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.